I'm doing another vlog style video. Maybe I'll do more of these if people want it. If you have any ideas for vlog style videos I could do, feel free to comment and give me ideas. So I thought I'd do something a bit more cheerful, which is why I'm doing a 25 facts about me video. Now, I got this idea off a video that Mike Seatown did, which he got the idea from another person who did a video like this, and a few other people did a video like this. So this video is essentially a copy of 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 a copy, and a few other degrees of copies that this video is of. Okay, so let's get started with this 25 facts about me. Question number 1. What is your middle name? My middle name is Mater. It was my grandmother's first name. She was mixed German and Samoan, so the name is German. So if you wanted to know what sort of name it was, now you know. Not much else to say about that. It was just my grandmother's name. Question number 2. What was your favourite subject at school? Well, I had 2 favourite subjects actually. My first favourite subject at school was art. I've always been into drawing and painting and stuff like that. Also, my second favourite subject at school was history. It started from the last couple of years of comprehensive school when I was doing my GCSEs. I very much got into modern history. I'm still very much a history nerd now, and funny story, I was actually originally doing a history degree about, well, over 10 years ago now, but things happened and I dropped out in a second year, so I didn't become a historian, sadly. So there you go. Question number 3. What is your favourite drink? Coke or Pepsi, whatever variation, zero, diet, cherry, whatever, as long as it's Pepsi or Coke, whichever is nearest available in the shop. I'm not fussy between the two of them. Question number 4. What is your favourite song at the moment? Well, I'm recording this in mid-July, and as I said, there hasn't been any songs lately that have inspired me, so my favourite song at the moment has been my favourite song for the last few months, which is City Lights, a song that represented Belgium in this year's Eurovision Song Contest. I just love that song so much, and so far no new song has come along that I've been as enthusiastic over. It's been quite a dull few months in music actually, so yeah, City Lights, that's my favourite song at the moment. Question number 5. What is your favourite food? Chocolate. I know that's really bad to say, and I'm trying to cut back on chocolate because I need to lose weight, but oh, chocolate's basically the love of my life, and I've got no willpower when it comes to chocolate, so yeah, I need to find a way to break up with chocolate for the time being, because I'm not gonna lose weight if I keep eating chocolate. Question number 6. What is the last thing you bought? Well, it's this lovely little slinky t-shirt. I actually got it on my recent trip to Toronto. I found it in H&M for a pretty reasonable price. It was been stuffed in a suitcase, so excuse the horrible creases. I haven't had a chance to iron it yet, but yeah, it's a lovely little top, and it's also red as well, which is the colour of Canada, which is nice. Question number 7. What is your favourite book of all time? I actually don't have a favourite book. Now, I'm going to be honest, and this is going to sound really bad, but I'm probably the only YouTube critic who doesn't read a lot of books. I don't know why. I just never got into the habit of reading much books. Probably the only books in school that I read out of choice was the Horrible Histories series. Again, it's tying into me being a history nerd. But Yeah, I do have a few books on Kindle, and it's probably the most pathetic amount of books anyone has ever had. Literally, this is my entire book collection, and it's all on Kindle. Like you can just, that's just like, you can barely count that on 2 hands. How pathetic is that? Question number 8. What is your favourite colour? Purple. I don't know why. It's been my favourite colour since like 12. It's a feminine colour, but not too feminine. I'm not a very girly person at all. And it's also the colour of royalty. So what's not to like about the colour purple? Question number 9. Do you have any pets? Personally, I don't own pets, but I'm living next door to my cousin who owns 2 cats and 2 dogs. I've never been a pet person, especially with dogs. I'm actually kind of scared of dogs. Cats I don't mind, as long as they don't get their fur all over my clothes, but yeah, really not a pet person, sorry to say. Question number 10. What is your favourite perfume? I don't actually wear perfume that often, only on very special occasions. If I ever buy perfume, it's going to be the cheap own brand stuff, because screw paying like 30 quid for a branded brand of perfume that I'm hardly ever going to use. In terms of perfume smells, I prefer fruity perfumes, if you're interested to know. Question number 11. Favourite holiday / vacation? Oh, that's really tough, because there have been a lot of holiday / vacations I've been to that have been great for their own special reasons, but if I'm going to twist this question, my favourite location I've been to has been the Bergen area of Norway. The first time I went to Bergen, I actually went via Haugesund Airport, which is a few hours away from Bergen. If you know the route from Haugesund to Bergen, it's very crooked and takes a few hours because you're going through mountains and fjords, but it's a fantastic scenic view, and you also spend about an hour on the ferry there. It's very windy, but you're going across a field, which is really cool. And yeah, basically anywhere in Norway, the landscape is absolutely breathtaking. It's probably the best landscape outside of New Zealand, of course, that I've ever witnessed. So, and the city of Bergen is also pretty cool as well. It's got quite a cool creative scene. There's a cool bar in Bergen called Garage. It is pretty cool. If you're a fan of rock music and you go into that city, I highly recommend the Garage Bar. And only downside of Bergen is that it rains a lot, so if you ever go there, bring your waterproofs. Question number 12. Are you married? No, and I'm going to die alone, so there. Question number 13. Have you been outside of the country, and if so, how many times? Oh, I've lost count, actually. If you mean by country, I'm assuming both New Zealand and the UK, because they're both my home countries pretty much, but I've been mostly to Europe, because obviously the proximity to the UK. I've only ever stopped off in a couple of places in Asia. I've never fully travelled anywhere in Asia, but I hope so in the future. As I said, I've recently travelled to Toronto. That was the first time I've ever been to North America, and that was really fun. I would definitely go again. In terms of Europe, I've been to various places. From the top of my head, where have I been to in Europe? I've been to Ireland, the Netherlands, Belgium, Austria, Spain, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Finland, Latvia, Estonia, Ukraine, Greece, Turkey, Cyprus, yeah, that's pretty much everywhere I've been to in Europe, and I hope to go to other places in Europe as well, because there's so much variation throughout the continent. Obviously, my next trip that I'm hoping to go on is to Portugal for Eurovision, obviously. Hopefully I'll save enough money to go there, so fingers crossed. Question number 14. Do you speak any other languages? Apart from English, I'm not fluent in any other language, although jeg snakker norsk ganske bra. Jeg ikke flytende ennå, men jeg har lært meg norsk siden 2 år nå. Jeg lærer meg norsk fordi jeg elsker Norge. Jeg synes at det en fantastisk land. Og jeg ønsker meg at jeg skal flytte til Norge i fremtiden. Og jeg håper at jeg skal ta norskprøve i fremtiden. Apart from that, I only know basic French and some German through Duolingo. I'm hoping to learn more in both those languages. My lifelong dream is to become a polyglot. Hopefully I'll get there someday, how long ever that's going to take. Question number 15. Do you have any siblings? I have an older sister, 2 older brothers and 1 younger sister. Question number 16. What is your favourite shop? I wouldn't say there is like a specific shop that I go to that I really like, but my favourite type of shop to go to are art supply shops, obviously because, you know, I'm very much into my art, especially the last couple of years. I've been really trying to hone in my art skills, and hopefully that I will get to a stage where I can make money off art in some capacity, like selling art or illustrating, whatever. Yeah, the reason why I like going to art supply shops, because obviously I like to check out like what things I could use to sort of like hone my art skills or improve my art skills, or anything that I can use to experiment with. It's mainly watercolours I use, and I also do a bit of sketching as well. I'm not really the sort of person who enjoys clothes shopping that much. If I desperately need clothes, I will do so, but it's not something that I regularly make a habit out of. Question number 17. What is your favourite restaurant? I don't have the luxury to go to any fancy hipster restaurants. Like, I don't eat out that much, apart from McDonald's or KFC, but I'm not gonna name them as my favourite restaurant because that would sound fucking stupid, but yeah, I don't have a favourite restaurant, sorry. Question number 18, when was the last time you cried? Oh, this is gonna sound really lame and you're probably gonna make fun of me for this, but last time I actually cried was when I met up with my dad in Auckland Airport when I finally arrived back in New Zealand. It was just so emotional because it was like, I'm finally back home and I get to see my dad again because I haven't seen him for years. And it's just like, oh my god, I'm back home. I'm so happy and I'm so emotional. Question number 19. What is your favourite blog? I'd probably say my favourite blog is a little known blog called I Believe in Music. They don't post very often, and they haven't been going for very long, but I think the woman who runs that blog has some pretty cool opinions, and she seems like a pretty nice person, so I'd probably say that's my favourite blog, and I highly recommend you checking it out. Question number 20. What is your favourite movie? I'd probably have to say my favourite movie is 24 Hour Party People. It's a UK produced movie, so if you're North American you probably don't want to know what it is, but I highly recommend you check it out if you're interested in music biographies and you're not particularly anal about facts being facts. Basically it's a movie that documents the whole Manchester scene from the mid-70s to around about 1990 with the whole Manchester scene, and follows Factory Records specifically. So you're talking about Joy Division, New Order, the Happy Mondays, and a couple of other bands like the Durutti Column and stuff like that. It's not, as I say, it's not entirely factually correct, but it's a very interesting movie if you're interested in the whole Manchester music scene, and it's pretty entertaining as well. There's some emotional moments and there's some funny moments, so if that's sort of your movie, I highly recommend you check it out because I think it is interesting. Question number 21. What is your favourite TV show? Oh, I don't really have a favourite TV show. There are a couple of TV shows that I really enjoy watching, like Nevermind the Buzzcocks, the Blackadder. Again, that's the whole history nerd thing coming in. I remember I also really used to enjoy watching reruns of The Young Ones. I mean, like being like 10 years old and watching all these people beat each other up in a kind of cartoonishly slapstick way. I thought that was hilarious. And I swear there's a couple of other shows that I also really like. I can't put my finger on it. If I remember it, I'll put it in the description so I don't sound like a complete idiot, because I'm being put on the spot and, you know, you just, like, your mind just goes blank. So there probably are a few other favourite TV shows that I really like. I just can't remember it right now because, again, I'm on the spot. Question number 22, PC or Mac? Well, I prefer using Mac, but I've never actually owned a Mac computer. So yeah, I've only ever owned a PC, which is sad, but if I ever win the lottery, one of the first things I'm going to purchase is a MacBook. Question number 23, what phone do you have? I have something called a Qbot. I think it's a Chinese make, I don't know. I didn't personally get this phone, this was handed down to me by my mom. She's the one who bought it. I don't know how she got it, but if you want to know what operating system is, it's an Android. I'm probably one of the few people on earth who's never actually owned an iPhone. But Android seems to work for me just fine, but one of the other purchases I will make if I ever win the lottery is an iPhone. Question number 24, how tall are you? Well, for the longest time I've been saying that I'm 5'9" because that was the height I was the last time I got measured when I was 15. Although my dad recently told me that I might be a bit taller than that because he's 6'2" and he's not, in terms of like head height comparison, he's not that much taller than me, so he's suggesting I might actually be 5'10". I don't know, I think I need to get remeasured. I might have grown since I was 15, so if it turns out I actually am 5'10", I'll be pretty impressed. And finally, question number 25, can you cook? I can cook okay-ish. I don't do it very often. Usually I have one of my parents cook for me, but yeah, I'm a competent cook. It's not like if I'm left to my own defenseless, I'm totally screwed and I'm not gonna blow up the kitchen or anything. So yeah, I probably should do more cooking, to be honest. I should probably find a way to do that. Yeah. But otherwise I'm okay with cooking. So that was it. That was the 25 questions about me. I hope you found that interesting. You get to know me a little bit more. Some useless information about myself. So next video is most likely going to be another worst hits video. It'll come out probably in a week or two. I don't know. Depends how long it takes to make it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Of course, like and subscribe and all that happy stuff. And if there's any suggestions for what I can do to improve my videos, that'll be great, as long as your comments are constructive. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you around.